Hey guys, today I want to talk about how to simplify like a maniac. Okay, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to tell you guys about how I see us as Americans living versus Europe, some of my European friends who live here. Whenever I enter their homes, it feels like it's just so sparse and just so simplistic. I feel like they have so much time to focus on the things that they care about the most. That's why I want to talk about Americans and our obsession with hyperconsumerism. Of course, I was reading an article about Amazon and how it is helping us clutter the oceans with plastic packaging and the returns that we are sending it back in the hopes that it is actually going back into recycling. Um, so, a few months ago, I read about what Greta Thunberg, the girl who is working around the world about global warming and climate change and the impact of our lifestyle on Mother Earth. She was talking about a concept that she was working on called Shop Stop. And what she was doing is she was not planning to buy anything unless it was an absolute and dire necessity. I was thinking about it and how, in juxtaposition to what she was doing, how as Americans we were cluttering our lives physically and emotionally. And today I'm going to talk about the reasons why we accumulate and not are huge fans of decluttering. So, the first thing is our resistance comes from our necessity to change. So, over the years, there is a lifestyle creep that we are accustomed to that doesn't allow us to get out of our comfort zones. It is very difficult for us to imagine a new us, a new you, because we are defined by the clutter that we see around us. This is how I'm supposed to keep my table. This is how my life is. This is the people that I'm surrounded by. We give up on our relationships that are not working out for us. We don't have the courage to just say enough is enough and move on. So the thing is, being simple is very, very courageous. Because when you're simple and not going with the flow, we are perceived as irrational and strange. It's just easy to be complicated. It is just easy to, be like everybody else and just do whatever other people are doing. But being simple is something that is so, out of the norm. But Leonardo da Vinci said that it's one of his famous quotes, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So if we can think about that in a way that it applies to our life, we can think of making our life so much more sophisticated with the real passions and our dreams that we should be focusing on rather than keeping up with our clutter, dusting them, cleaning them, repairing them, and all those things. The other thing is the biggest problem is we also don't value what we don't have. So who is the person that we are going to become later on? We can't perceive the value in that because we can only give value to what we have right now. The last thing is we also hugely underestimate the emotional cost of deferred action on us. We start out trying to attempt to clean something, but if we don't end up doing that completely, it leaves us stressed, frustrated, and just confused. So that compounds the stress that we already are going through because physical clutter leads to mental clutter. So why do we have to talk about materialism and what are the advantages of decluttering massively like a maniac? So first of all, there is the decision fatigue that comes with all these micro decisions that we are making on a daily basis. Should I keep this? Should I discard it? Should I donate it? Should I sell it? All those things. It's just simpler to just declutter and just call it a day. Believe me, you won't even remember the things that you have donated or given up on. It's just that easy. The other thing is, I'm not saying that let's stop buying clothes after 1980s or just become like these yogis and all that. Of course, we have to stay relevant and keep up with the current times. But here is my question. If we are buying and consuming things because we are supposed to be having them, are we really aligning ourselves with our true nature, our values, and our ideals. If we are prioritizing money, fame, and possessions, aren't we creating a paucity of time for ourselves? After all, time is the most precious resource that we have. So instead of chasing the things that are momentary, why don't we chase things that are timeless, accumulate knowledge, and take care of the wisdom that's so inherent to us?